Hey, what's up guys, it's Athieno, and in today's video I'm going to be going over all of the bomb sites and how to play them. Not really any strats, but it's more of just the default ways you can use this from copper to champion. It will work, but if you develop these habits, I guarantee you will see some results a little bit. Obviously I can't play the fragger, the support, the flex all in one time, so I'm just going to tell you generally, you know, what you should be paying attention to. So I think the most important player on a team is the one that makes the setups, which is smoke. More than the C4 denial, I just think. But there's different roles. So first, you know, we would reinforce the master walls. So obviously, yep, get the master wall. Very important. Punch the radio because we don't want to hear that music. This is where a shield go right here. If you have a shield, put it here or put it tucked like this, facing the trophy door. The last spot you could also put is facing pit. You don't want to put it too far up or else, you know, they can just see your head. You want to just put a little bit further back. Enough. You would reinforce both the trophy walls. You could I would recommend always opening up this hatch if you ever need to rotate down, but you know, all these walls that I'm getting as a smoke main or anybody setting up, if you have a lot of utility set up, like Jaeger sometimes, maybe a little bit, or smoke, mute, have the alibi or the Wamai do it, because they're all very passive operators, like utility wise. They don't have to do much setting down. I always recommend you make this a rotate standing. If you make a crouch, you can kind of get caught from the breach, but I think when it's standing you can move a little bit quicker. It's personal preference. If you're going to give up attic side, I recommend making full holes. That way you can kind of see when they drop like this, but otherwise just reinforce it off. Is Chanka good for upstairs or downstairs? I think he's better downstairs. You want to reinforce the left side. This way you can't get shot from big window if you're in the corner, and also you can just kind of see the hop in a little bit easier. I would recommend making full holes. That way, you know, you see their feet, they don't really see you. But if you ever need to, just make it rotate. If you ever need to get out of kids, a little bit easier. So like I said, put your shield spots wherever spot. Normally, oh, I should probably give you guys the operator lineup before we make the setup. That way it kind of gives you guys a bit more perspective. So I'll say we go to the next bomb sites, but bring Jaeger or Wamai. You want some sort of projectile coverage. You want to bring one shotgun player, whether that's mute or smoke, which I am right now. The third one would be, I recommend Aruni. Aruni makes like all the windows and doors more secure, more burn. Fourth one would be wall denial. It's optional, but you could also just replace the wall denial for a fragger. You could pick alibi, you could pick Mozzie if you wanted to, you know. The last one would be like a trap operator, like Banch, like Thorn, Malusi, because you know everybody dies to a person walking by all the time. So bring those operators, shoot glass in the windows, and a quick rundown. When the round starts, this is what you do. You have one person sit on cams. Oh, they shot construction cam. Most likely they're gonna go for a tower take. They're gonna go attic side over. Oh, they shot main cam. Everybody shoots main cam. Probably gonna go master side over. A big thing though, if they don't shoot small tower cam, they're not gonna come shower side, so they're not gonna come below too much. Off the rip though. You know, let's say minute passes, right? Minute passes, you know, master wall is what most attackers are gonna go for. And they're gonna try to go through master and armory. So master and armory, you don't really want to play here as a defender because you're gonna get overwhelmed. I still do this in solo queue, yes. Shouldn't you bring a cav instead of Jaeger? Listen, bro, you could bring a cav, but you're detrimentally decreasing your win rate if you don't get 3 kills or an interrogation. All right, let's say prep phase just ended, 3 minutes on the clock. All right, 2 minutes 59 seconds. You would have roamers are mostly extending into master like this, shooting drones, shooting the early drones and stuff like that. Maybe spawn picking, roaming downstairs, wherever they want. Anchors, you kind of have a boring job right now. You're just flipping default cam, stuff like this. During this time, make sure you're looking for flourish drones, switch drones, you know, keeping an eye on the aggression. Always be careful for someone walking up white, someone going big window, or kids window. Someone like to rappel in here. So, you know, eventually nobody's gonna get a plant down. I don't remember the last time there was a plant inside of this bomb site, bro. I'm gonna be honest. No one's gonna plan here unless you're going against 5 stack. So use your smoke grenades for either trophy door, white like this. Just put them on. You don't even have to put them there. Just put them on the door frame. They can't walk in. Or maybe let's say pit side. Hit them with a little jiggle peek here. Get a little closer up so they can't peek you. Cross the angle. You know, you want to use your smokes for basically entry denial more in ranked rather than plant denial. But if they do go for plant denial, you can just smoke it here and boom, you're done. But yeah, that's really it. All you have to do is just make sure you don't die from big window, kids window, off the rip. And losing man advantage early is very detrimental. Sometimes out of your control, but so on defense, you should expect 2 ways from an attack. One attack would be a Westover attack. Westover is basically shower hall over. So this area coming up white. Big window side, this area of the map. A default main take would just be master and attic. So these 2 sides of the map. Where would you put traps like Malusi? One would either be right in this corner, this staircase. The other one would go trophy door. And the other one would probably go pit. Can I show us vertical nades from that spot? So let's say I'm a little bit rusty in here too, but everybody, you know, this default corner, obviously this is the corner where everybody's, you know, they're safe in the window, so you could do here. This is a pretty, I nade this all the time and I always get kills. This is the rotate. If, you know, if someone ever sits behind the bomb looking at top white, this is also a spot. I recommend you just go into a custom game and pick all your pick like shotgun below. Otherwise, I think that's really the 2 spots that people normally would sit. Anywhere else, unless you have a Z ping, people have legs, people can move. But let's say if you want to nade someone holding top white, right? They're sitting top white, they're peeking dumb stuff. Nade them right here. This is exactly where top white is. They'll get naded if they stand there. Let's say the default plant spot. The default plant spot is right here, if I'm not mistaken. Right here. It's right here. So if anyone's playing default C4, that oh, Bolo spot. So we all know the trophy corner, right? I think it's right. It's right here, right? Yeah, right here. Oh, like right here, above this lamp right here. This is where, you know, people play close with the shotgun. And the default attic planter right here. Default attic plant. What else? But yeah, I mean, just use drones. That's the general nade spots. Thunderbird for this site. So if I was playing Thunderbird, I would put all my pods. I would probably put maybe 2 inside kids, 1 inside pit. Those are probably the same spots. I would pick nitro, so I would get as many walls as I can as Thunderbird. And either I could be aggressive pits, or I would be the one aggressive master like this, right? Shooting drones, you know, doing all that stuff, take damage, go get healed up, I'm good. Or I could be the dude roaming downstairs. So if I was a roamer, Thunderbird, anybody you want, I would look for drones, any pre-places down here. You know, shower drone hole over here. So I would have someone sit on this default cam. Okay, they shot small tower cam, they're entering this way. Listen for the barricade. They're always going to drone most of the time. So, you know, play however you want here. Just contest it down here. Contest these 2 rooms. Or you could play in security. You go on freeze. You know, you have the entire bottom map to do whatever you want. It's up to you. Use your game sense. Who should you ban on this map? You could do Thatcher, Maverick, Hibana, Finka. I think you should ban Finka nowadays. You should ban either Thatcher or Finka. I think Thatcher on this map, you're able to, you know, getting walls open and stuff like that is pretty good. Like holding elbow would be detrimental. But yeah, I would just recommend those guys. I don't think you should ban Jackal, to be honest. Maybe you want to, but it's up to you. The Valkyrie's not that good on this map because this map is very standard. Everybody kind of knows the rooms and stuff like that. There's a lot of hard floors too, so you can't really see for too much. So I don't think Valkyrie, like the information's already in front of you. You don't really need Valk for that, but she's always good. Where should you put mute jammers? Okay. Mute jammer 1. If they have Flores, I would put one behind the shield, directly behind the shield. Second mute jammer, I put her right here. Third mute jammer, I would put it top white right here. Right there. And the last mute jammer, I would put beyond this pit right here. Or you could put it right behind this pillar. If it's behind that pillar, they can't jump a drone over. They can't do it over. They have to physically come and shoot it. Another good spot you could do trophy door. Just mainly aim for drone denial or wall denial. Put a mute gem right here if you don't have any other wall denial. Is wall denial mandatory? No, but it has a good influence on you winning the round. If you have Cade on the board, then wall denial is pretty mandatory. But if you don't have Cade on the wall, I don't think he's that mandatory, just because Bandit and mute jammers can just get naded from this window. Is Mira a good operator on this bomb site? I think she doesn't really do anyone else's job better. If you put a mirror here, it can kind of get shot from big window. If you put a mirror here, it can get shot in the back. I just think Mira can get shot in the back really easily on this bomb site. I don't think you really need her. You have all the other lines of sight you need. How can you deny a Mav rotate to attic? You can't. It's Maverick. You can't stop them from Maving unless you literally go up and kill them yourself. But that's really risky because normally good Maverick mains will start from the bottom or the top, and they'll have another person aiming down at you. So basically, they have the jump on you. I know this because I did this all the time in Challenger League, and we would get so many free kills. Please don't sit in this box. I mean, you can, like, if you're going against good players, bro, you're gonna get grenaded from here. Otherwise, the only thing you can really do against a Maverick is to delay him, shoot his drones, make pressure at him, throw a smoke grenade at him. Otherwise, force them to come here, because this isn't really a lot of map control. This is a lot of map control. So if you can test it, shotgun him, boom, you know. Otherwise, you just have to take the gunfight here instead of. But swinging out and winning a gunfight here is also really good. That's how you deny it. How do you deny plant with smoke? Like I said, guys, in ranked, most likely the bomb is not going to go down if you're actually playing the site correctly. If they manage to plant the bomb, like, most of the time it's because you guys gave them too much map control, or the other one, you're actually playing a good 5-stack. So one thing I learned as a smoke main, I learned she learns from a really good player. You can deny smoke plant from here safely. You can't get shot from, like, you're very safe here. Throw it right here. If you throw it right there, default plant gets smoked off, or throw it a little bit closer. But you can't get exposed from trophy door if you, hold on, my shield. If you were to throw the smoke right deeper right here, you can smoke off this guy. If they plant deep concrete like right here, just throw it literally hard right here. They will get smoked off, they can't breathe, they will choke, and they die. You can also deny plants L. Throw the smoke grenade like right here. If they're planting big window, throw from kids, you know. Those are really the default plant spots. Lineup you should bring. 1, you always want to make sure you get a shield. Number 2, you want a site player, shotgun or mute, like anybody that can make rotates. Rooney, bailiff, I don't care. 3, you want some sort of projectile, Wamai or a Jaeger. Number 4, you want a trap operator. This trap operator is normally roaming, Malusi, Thorn, Vigil, I don't care. Alibi, whatever. 5th one, this fill in like whatever I just said right now. You can pick whatever operator you want. Just fills in. I mean, operators like Capkin, and it's just you need to make sure their utility can contribute to the site. Capkin traps right here, I just don't see them being that effective. Let me get this straight. You can pick any operator you want, because at the end of the day, they all contribute to the same objective, but there's some operators that do it better. So let me show you guys all the default reinforcements. So this is E-box. You want to make head holes right there. I recommend you fully reinforce off E-box these 2 walls, but sometimes you can make head holes here, but they're not really necessary. Let's just reinforce them for the sake. You want to make high foot holes or high head holes. You don't really want to make these head holes because otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, the line of sight. These head holes are basically for anyone walking down T1 like this. But anybody standing shouldn't really be able to see unless they shoot. Let's put a bulletproof camera here. Your bulletproof camera should mainly be put in lines of sight that are already dangerous to look at. So, like, obviously, I'm not going to hold its angle as a defender because you're going to get pre-fired by an attack with an ACOG. Or you would put the BP right here facing freezer. Or you would put the BP facing front laundry, like right here or right here. All right, so we're going to use the last of the reinforcements. Okay, let's just pretend I reinforce all 3 of the hatches. I'm not going to actually go get all the hatches. Let's just reinforce this one right here. Closet, it really doesn't matter too much. really depends on your setup, but you can make it the head holes, and like this combo of head holes and reinforcements can go left or right side, doesn't really matter. Obviously make it the rotate. I recommend you make the rotate far right side. And then you can also make like a head hole right here to see like people coming through there. Obviously the elbow rotate. Last reinforcement to go right here. Okay, like I said, let's pretend I just reinforced everything off. Let's pretend I reinforced all of the hatches. Gates would be act as like well, my gadgets or rune gates or fucking Jaeger devices. One right here, common spot. Second one can go laundry double over here, and the last one can go like wherever you want, to be honest, as long as it's not like, you know, irrelevant. You can put it, I recommend either freezer door, pillow double right here, or I think e-box door is probably the best one. Like this, that way people like to come here a lot. Otherwise, you know, last one can go wherever you want. Let's say, okay, I'm just gonna go over anchoring and roaming. If you're gonna anchor, like, you have the whole map to work with. Make sure you have someone watching T1, you have someone watching freezer and front side, and then you have one person playing elbow. This is where the shield would go, the Jaeger devices and everything else would go right here. To be fair, an elbow shield is not really mandatory. You could literally, like, you don't need a shield, to be honest. I think as long as you put pressure here, the shield is to make it safer. But yeah, just use all these lines of sight that we made. Oh, last person, you want someone playing pillar early, contesting this door. You don't want them to have attack. If the attackers have pillar, it's game over. You don't want them to have pillar. You want to delay pillar as much as possible until like the last, like, maybe 45 seconds of the round. But if you're roaming, you can also come back to site. So if you're roaming, then you want to like just roam here. I don't recommend going past T2 or you're gonna get droned out, but you can early on. Your main objective is to get rid of all the early drones. Think about it from an attacker's perspective. How painful is it if you're repelling T3 and you got people shooting your drones left and right? You're not gonna repel in, right? You're gonna stay outside there and you're gonna panic. So shoot the drones. I think once you shoot like 2 drones, then back up a little bit, you know, pre-fire a little bit more and then dip out. It's just, you know. Or let's say if you're roaming west overside, you would have someone sit on these default cams. Oh, they didn't spawn, they're not going shower side because they didn't shoot the default cam. But if let's say they did, right? You would play early here. You would have someone kind of center main lobby cam a little bit, and you would basically shoot all drones past this way. You don't want to go past this double. That's where like a more attacker arena area. Don't get cut off white, by the way. Hold it like a pixel here. Shoot drones. You know, the second you see a pixel move, shoot and then come back. You might land yourself a 1-tap. Careful of Z, but eventually you all roamers eventually want to retreat back to site unless you want to just play your life up top. Play your life, boom. You're at a minute 30, minute 45. They haven't really even touched the bomb site yet. Now they have to clear everything. The only way you lose this bomb site after you did everything I just said right here is if you just peek dumb stuff or you lose your gunfights. 3v5, you lost the game. You lost the round. How to play pillar. Okay. So what you could do is put a shield right here so you can play pillar like this. Contest T1 by like just maybe jiggle peeking, or have someone stay here and have someone play these angles for you so they can't walk down on you. You know, jiggle these holes a little bit. Just, you know, try to get some shots off. Move up the tarp. You don't have to worry too much about T1 unless they fully expose like this, but they shouldn't be able to do that if someone's on this angle. So basically, you always want to apply pressure. You don't really want to commit to a gunfight. You just want to apply pressure. Like I said, though, think about it from an attacker's perspective. What are you going to look at as a common attacker? You're going to look through here. You're going to look through here. And yeah. So don't be scared about like, oh, I don't want them to swing me like this, you know? No, bro. Just like, they're only going to look right here. And they're only going to look right here. So give a pillar, I would say maybe about like... It depends on the man count. If you're in a 5v5, play pillar with your life. You should play pillar with your life. Let the 4 people do their own thing. If you're in a 3v3, I would say shoot another drone and get out safely. Have one person play here. Now, once you give a pillar, 30 seconds left of the round, right? They're gonna try to plant right here, right? So have someone play freezer, have someone play elbow like this, and have the other person maybe like play in the hallway right here, I guess, you know what I mean? So now that you guys have a 3-way crossfire on everywhere they go, have C4 over. So basically, you just want to be able to apply early pressure in the beginning of the round while also being able to deny plant, whether that's throwing bodies or C4ing. So that's kind of how you play the basement of Oregon. Now we're into the Q&A. Give me any questions, I'll answer them. Where do you put my Jaeger devices? Put 2 of them right here. And put the last one for either pillar right here. This is a good one, Harry Potter right here, in case anyone throws it. Or you can put on this door right here. It really depends on the patch pushing. You can put the last ADS also right here in freezer so you can get naded or flashbang. Valkyrie is okay on this bomb site. But I think you don't really need a lot of information if everybody's already inside and have crossfires. Valkyrie is more for information of like making plays on them, but mostly like you could just use sound and bulletproof cameras, so a little bit. How do you play freezer? Okay, so freezer, you, like I said, it depends on time. Think about it like this. Think about it like this for every piece of map control, like pillar or elbow, whatever. Let's use freezer for example. 2 minutes into the round, you generally don't want them to like get inside the freezer right here and sit here for a long time. About like a minute left into the round, you can give them this control, but you don't want them to get to here. You don't want to get them to here. And then last like 15 seconds of the round, give up freezer entirely and force them through this door. They can't go through the rotate. But I know there's cracked out Finka mains or people who just like to walk down and push you like this. You're just forced to take the gunfight with them. You have to kill them. If you don't kill them, they're gonna take freezer and kill your entire team. But shoot drones. Don't get grenaded. Don't stop holding this angle too much, guys. Like this one or like this one, dude. You're just gonna get pre-fired, bro. I mean, you can hold it lightly, but yeah, it's a kind of a dumb angle. Like back up and do this more, you know. Also, you know, have someone like swing this. Don't let, if they get past here, if they get to right here, right, they either have to fight the dude right here or they have to fight the dude in freezer. So you have a 2-way fraud crossfire. That guy in freezer's messed up. I recommend you put the person with close range stuff in freezer or give the 1.5 to watch it from this hall. When to reinforce off blue. You should reinforce off blue if you no longer have utility or value to be sitting here. Reinforce off blue like when you're out of utility, you shot a lot of drones, they're like flashing and grenading you, then go ahead and reinforce it off. Just, I don't recommend baiting it, bro. Just fully reinforce it off and be done with it. You don't need to lose a life over it. Malusi here. You would put Malusis. You could put them like halfway down the staircase right here. You could put one left side right here. Last one would probably go either main or freeze. Freeze one would go like right here or right here. Main one would go like here or right there. The Banshees, don't worry about the Banshee getting destroyed because you would rather know someone's there than have them not go off at all. Is Mute a must play? No. Mute is not a must play on this bomb site. In fact, he's okay. You don't really need to bring him though. Echo on this bomb site, he's like caviar, bro. Like you can make any operator work. At the end of the day, it all comes down to denying the plant and killing everyone. Echoes, he might be okay if you just sit in closet, use your yokais, and give info from the hallway. But yeah, he's kind of like a out of the meta though. But he can still work. For example, like you would rather want to bring a Wamai or a smoke over an Echo. You know what I mean? What if a teammate reinforced both main walls? What are you talking about main wall? Like these ones right here? I mean, then you just have elbow close up. You can't really control. Just literally tell your teammate, hey, you bozo, stop reinforcing. And they'll stop. They'll listen to you. Can I talk about moving util if it's a laundry freezer push? If no one's coming blue side, even if someone does rotate over, they're fucked because they're rotating team to blue like 45 seconds to the round. Move your shield Either put it for laundry side, or I mean, it's a little risky to put it here. But if you know, have someone cover you, just put it down like right here. But yeah, that's really the only spots you would put it. Move all ADSs or RMIs, like as many as you... Oh, what happened to my crosshair, bro? Move any ADS or RMIs that you can. Leave a little bit. You don't want to fully reinforce, like, because you never know. They might hit a backstab on you. Put my gadgets or stuff like Jaeger devices here. Maybe pull in the corner right here. And then maybe like one to protect the shield right here. But you don't want to go put in a rooting gate right here in front of them, or else you're going to get shot. No, you don't want to do that. But you just basically want to just redirect your attention. Utility is only so important, but crossfires and actually shooting them is the most important thing. Have someone watch T1 holes like here, E-box drop. Have other 3 players, you know, focus freeze in mid. Mirror basement is god. Yes, Mirror is very strong in this basement. She's not a must, but she's good. Put the Mirror either freezer or elbow. So basically you would do this. You would reinforce this, leave this open, and put the Mirror down, then boom, you have elbow control. Or you could reinforce this wall and then put the peak off the Mirror like this. Those are the 3 spots. I think the elbow this Mirror is overrated because they're gonna get the hatch open and then boom, your Mirror's gone. It's dust. Do I recommend bulletproof cam or barbed wire in general? Bulletproof camera, because information is far more important. It does a way better job at letting information than a barbed wire. But I do recommend that you get some sort of like little, you know, entry denial on like front side, freezer, or tower. Because yeah, someone could just be a maniac and just like walk past the bulletproof can. Bro, I'm not gonna go over dining, bro. I think dining is just like a fucking free-for-all, dude. Just do whatever you want. Okay, operators that you should bring on kitchen meeting. You need to look at kitchen meeting as you're playing coastline. You forget the shield, bro. Forget the sit behind the shield and like come to site. Bro, they are only planting if they get into the bomb site, which basically half the team is going to be dead before they even get to that point if you play it correctly. So I recommend you loosen up a bit. You could pick Mute, Oryx. Like, pick anybody with a 1.5 that can roam. Trap Ops. I recommend you get Malusi or Thorn mandatory or Aruni mandatory. You want to be able to hear if someone's coming into sight because they can get to sight pretty quickly. But if they're in sight, obviously you can shoot them. You're not going to let someone intrude your house like that. Ella, dude. Elysian, I don't care. Like, pick the most, like, bronze ops view. Like, not bronze, but, like, you know, loose ops. Look, let's go for Oryx for now. Total mind shift. Go meeting if you guys absolutely suck at the other 2 bomb sites. This is kind of your 3rd one. All right. Rotate here. Reinforcement here. Go reinforce the meeting wall. Guys, like, also, like, if you're a roamer, bro, and you're not reinforcing, bro, you're actively costing your team. If you roam and you don't reinforce, then a minute left in the round and you're like, oh, why is everyone dead? Because your setup is poor, bro. You're leaving people a lot on site to defend with, like, everything soft around them. Alright. These are all the rotates you really need. I recommend opening up both these hatches in case you're roaming. This is a bomb site where I recommend you at least have 1 or 2 people roaming up top. Whenever you're on a middle floor site like this, you want map control on like at least above you, because vertical play, as we know, is very at a disadvantage if you're a defender. You can reinforce these 2 walls if you want to. It's not mandatory. The reason I say you should go a trap operator because 1, freezer. 2, splits. 3, people like to walk in this door a lot. So put all traps, just deny everything. I don't know. Put a proxy mine or something. I don't know. Yeah, like this. Like, boom. Now you don't have to worry about, oh, how is he at this door already? Like, no. Yeah. Let's say, okay. Everything's kind of reinforced off. Yeah, we got the lineup. Like I said, it's a very loose site. You see how much map control there is? You don't really need to contest showers too much. Let's kind of force them to this door right here. Attackers, this is more of an attacker area because they can open this wall. Let them have it, bro. If they walk through this doorway, they have to roll their badge, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, just roam around like white side, top floor. Just play off sound where they're coming in from. Go down the hatches if you need to. Like if they rush site, bro. I'll also reinforce the T2 walls like right here. Then, you know, watch this right here. But if you're top floor, you need to have like an anti-rush routes. So like roamers, you know, run them top floor, you're doing your thing, you're peeking. You can also roam Z side. Like just roam the entire map basically. Roam the entire map. It is really like not that bad. You just gotta make sure they don't rush the bomb site. But you're gonna get kills naturally. If they do a tower take, then want to ease up a bit on the roam. And you kind of want to, you know, direct more of your line of sight to the front side, green door. Yeah. You know, always be ready for a backside. If no one's watching the backside, just break it off. You're better off doing that. But yeah, it's a very, it's a very, like I said, coastline TDM map. Just play it loose. So, can I tip a spawn peek? I think that's like my only weakness in this game, as I don't spawn peek. I recommend you just watch people do it. The only ones I really know. I'm just not a big spawn peek person. I feel like you're just giving your life away too easy, but it's good sometimes. You can crack open the window like this, do that one, go in the tower, go tower, peek something. You do this one. I don't really know where we're looking this one, but you could also do like the master one where you like just shoot up a little bit right here and you kind of just do that. Should you play wall denial? Yes, I think you should play wall denial. Like mute, bandit, Kate are all good. If you can keep this wall closed, then you have a better chance of winning the round. Also this wall, dining wall. But yes, you should bring wall denial. Thank you guys for watching. This is my Oregon setup video. If I left anything out, please let me know in the comments below. But this is all recorded live on my stream. If you guys want to see me do other maps live, be sure to tune into my streams. I'll just be doing this when I get cheaters. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this video and share this with your friends if they don't know how to play Oregon. Be like, hey, look at this video. So make sure you subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video.